Welcome back, comic book collectors and enthusiasts. My name is Brandon, and you're watching M.O.N.Comics. Welcome back, folks. Happy Friday. This week I have some Monmail that I've actually been looking forward to getting a little more than the regular mail that comes in. I talked about the Fantast collection a few videos ago and the film Selling Superman, a film that's coming out about a gentleman in Michigan by the name of Darren Watts who inherited quite a prolific collection from his father. And when this broke, they said that they not only wanted to, showcase this collection, but they wanted to get this collection into the hands of collectors and people who appreciate it. And I was immediately kind of like, well, how am I going to get him? My shtick is I'm in the middle of nowhere. He's probably going to shows to sell them. Well, lo and behold, back in May, he actually held a live sale he's got storage containers with all these books in them in Michigan. And he held a live sale, and the live sale was run by Rage Theo. He has a pretty robust Instagram following. He's on Whatnot, and he co-hosts Comics and Chaos on YouTube. And he also had help running it from the One True Nerd King, who also has a large presence on Instagram and YouTube as well. And first of all, I just want to say these guys did just a stellar job to get these books sold. They had a whole wall of books, and they had letters up as people typically do with a live sale, and they had books that were, they had big keys, big expensive books, but they had books that were very affordable, so everyone had a chance to own a part of this collection. And to me, being a big history collector of comics that mean a lot from cultural history and significance of these books, when a collection like this came to light, to be able to own a piece of it was very exciting for me. And I've talked to Darren via Instagram, and he's nothing but a class act and just a great guy. And then, Rage Theo and One True Nerd King were just really great interacting with people during the sale, after the sale, very responsive to questions I had. And I was able to pick up some books from this sale. And it was very hard, with all the books they were putting up, there were just so many great books. It was very hard to focus in on what I wanted. So I told myself, it was a 2-day sale over 2 days. I believe it was the 25th and 26th of May. So I told myself I wanted to get, of course, a Fantastic Four book for my run. Nothing, crazy. I would like a book from my childhood if they had it, because the father was still collecting into the Copper Age. And then I wanted a book of a title I never have got before. So let me show you what I was able to get. So the Fantastic Four book I picked up was Fantastic Four 43 from 1965, of course, story by Stan Lee and art by Jack Kirby. And this sees the Fantastic Four fighting against the Frightful Four, compiled of the Wizard, the Trapster, Sandman, and Medusa, in a continuation from issue 42. So not a key or anything, probably a mid-grade copy. But again, to be able to get a Fantastic Four in my run from the Fantast collection meant a lot to me. And I do want to get a graded book with the Fantast label on it, just to have a piece of comic book history, if you will. But that was the first one I picked up, and it was very reasonably priced, and I was happy to add yet another Fantastic Four to the sub 102 run. I don't know how many issues I got. I'll have to give an update on that soon, but very cool book. This next book I remember buying as a kid, and it got lost, obviously. I didn't respect my books as a young man, if you will. But I was really happy to pick it up at a very fair price when it was on the sale. So this is XMen number 4 from 1992, written by Jim Lee and John Byrne, and then the Jim Lee cover, of course, who is just an awesome X-Men artist. This is who I grew up seeing on the shelves. This is a key. It's the first appearance of Omega Red, and I always loved Omega Red. He was a nemesis of Wolverine that could stand toe-to-toe with him. I loved his powers, including the carbonadium tentacles that came out of each arm. That's probably his most defining characteristic, as well as superhuman strength, enhanced healing, life force absorption, and poisonous pheromones. And I just really, this book was a pretty high grade. There is a spine roll, which I can have my friend Jeff at Comic Spa press out if I do decide to grade it. And I might, because I just remember as a kid reading this with my friends, and I always loved how with Omega Red as his first appearance, you just see the hand and the metal tentacles coming out, and Jubilee and Wolverine and Gambit. It's just a really cool cover, and it was really good at leaving you in suspense of who they're fighting. So I was really happy to pick up a Copper Age book, a Key, and yeah, X-Men 4, First Omega Red. The last book I picked up was a title I didn't have any of, and I was very happy to add to my collection. It is Silver Age, which is one of my favorite ages to collect. It is Tales of Suspense 66, featuring Iron Man and Captain America. Love the cover art on this one. This is a Key, again, Stan Lee story and Jack Kirby cover art, and this is the origin of the Red Skull. So I haven't got into this and read it yet, but I'm excited to. And pretty good, you know, it's a lower to mid-grade condition, but it presents well. I always wanted a Tales of Suspense book, and I got it. So Tales of Suspense, number 66. Awesome. Great sale. Rage Theo, One True Nerd King, you guys did an awesome job. If you do any more, I'll definitely be there again. And I really can't wait to see the film Selling Superman and see, you know, what this family went through and you know, what these comics now mean to them. And yeah, so awesome sale. Great job, guys. Happy to add those to my collection. The last two books came from Whatnot. The first one came from my probably my favorite seller on Whatnot, Robotmonsterisland, and he just does great sales. He had, now I admittedly I am not a mystery guy. I don't like gambling like that with books. I like to know what I'm getting. But he had a like $20 or $25 Silver Age pull bin, and he always has awesome books. So. And I like to support his channel because he's always been good to me. He's helped me out to procure some awesome books. So I went ahead and did it just to see if I could get a different title in, and I was really happy. I got a pretty cool one. I got Tales to Astonish, number 98 from 1967, written by Roy Thomas, and cover art by Dan Adkins and Sam Rosen. And really not a key or anything. I just loved that blue cover. I don't have any of these different colored covers. I don't have, you know, I don't have any Submariner and Hulk, and that's who this features. So it was just a fun thing to do, and I got it, and now I have a different title I can read and add to my collection. So thank you very much to Robotmonsterisland for this book. It came packaged great as always and quickly, and I appreciate it. So Tales to Astonish, number 98. The last book for this week's Monmail is one I've had my eye on for a while. It's always runs pretty pricey, but I found a great seller on Whatnot by the name of M.True356. And from what I could gather is he travels the country for business, and then he picks up books when he can find them at affordable prices, brings them home, and then sells them to collectors on Whatnot. And I was able to pick up Fantastic Four 45, first appearance of the Inhumans from 1969 by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. The Inhumans team in this one is Black Bolt, Gorgon, Karnak, Lockjaw, Triton, and Medusa. Of course, teams change over the years with different iterations, but this is the original. I've always loved this cover with the Inhumans in the background and the Fantastic Four up front. Like I said, usually, I mean, this is probably like a 2.5 to 3.0 copy, but the price I couldn't argue with. It was fantastic just to pick it up for such a reasonable price. So really happy to scratch another Fantastic Four, especially a big key like this one, off my list. So thanks, M.True356 from Whatnot. I really appreciate the sale. So that's my Monmail this week, gang. Please stay tuned for next week's video. I've got some more mail on the way as we speak. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, but I do have an Instagram page. It's at M.O.N.Comics. You can go over there. I do some highlight reels and just regular reels and kind of showcase different comic panels before my videos drop, kind of like a teaser, and I do regular posts, so just everyday life stuff as well. So please go follow me there, and if you like the content I'm putting out, I did change my setup. I'm trying to get more organic with the flow. It feels a lot better. I feel like I'm in the comic world now in my Predator mask. So if you dig my stuff, if you could go down and hit subscribe and like, I'd appreciate it. I'm actually like 30-something people from 500 subscribers, which is just mind-blowing. If you wouldn't mind giving me a sub and help me get there, I promise you I'll do an unforgettable giveaway. It'll be fun. So hope everyone has a great safe weekend. Go out, have fun, enjoy the weather if you can, and until next time, keep reading those comics.